This individual is debating an actual doctor, Dr. Andrew Zywiec. They refute his research because they love to spread this one-sided agenda of the LGBTQ movement. Listen in.
You didn't have a problem. You didn't have a problem answering a question when we talked about a cisgender girl at 5 or 6 going through precocious puberty, and then you answered quickly, quite quickly, in fact, saying 3 to 4 years. Right?
Well, no, because I know when puberty starts. So.
See, the next time you interrupt me, I'm going to drop you for good.
Why are you being so rude?
I'm not being rude. You are. Do you realize that you are cutting a woman off at least 20 times tonight already?
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm trying to explain like why.
No, you don't explain in the middle.
Why I have a quick.
I'm very well educated on this. Okay,
I have a quick answer because I know that puberty begins at 9 to 11 years old. So when you say 5 to 6, I have a quick answer because I know when puberty begins. Now, how long you put a child that's transgender on puberty blockers is kind of dependent on the practitioner and when they feel like it's good to, how long it's good to keep them on, what dosage it's good to keep them on, how much they're trying to suppress.
Or less. All right, let's just cut to the chase. It's 18 months or less.
Okay.
Okay, that girl that you just talked about has been for 4 fucking years. Who's going to have the bone decay? The little girl or the person that was on it 18 short months or less?
What's the difference between the dosages between the 5-year-old and the 9-year-old?
The PED, I don't know what they're going to use as that because it depends on the weight of the individual.
And they use heavier dosages in gender affirming care than precocious puberty, right?
Not necessarily. It depends on what they ought to do. And what they do is they start off small and edge it up just to see where it goes. You know that. You already know this shit. Why are you quizzing me on this? You should know this already. We already know that we microdose and then we step it up. That's how all medicines work. You microdose and then you step it up. And then whatever you end up with, you end up with. But I can guarantee you this, that a girl that is that has precocious puberty on puberty blockers for 4 fucking years and possibly 5 according to your math are going to have more supposed side effects than the trans person. And here's the fun fact for you. We don't see a huge problem because we know that puberty blockers don't block puberty. And of course, you already know that I'm preaching to the choir. You already know that it doesn't block puberty. It just slows it down to an uber slow motion, right? So it just affects the receptors, right? So when we move forward and we see somebody getting on puberty blockers, which ends up being only 19% of the trans community get on puberty blockers at all, the other 79% of them, they don't get on puberty blockers ever. So
Amber, also one thing you need to know about Mr. Man up there. When we all spoke to him on Atlantic's Live, we asked him what trans meant, and he said that trans means to transition.
No.
No, I really don't think I said that.
Yeah,
like I said, the recording is on YouTube. We watch it every week for a bit of humor.
Haley, listen. So I really need to address this. Like gender dysphoria.
Andrew, it's you and me. It's you and me.
No, that's fine. So really briefly, I think I'm being very respectful. So I don't really understand why this is.
I think you're being wonderful. Let me talk. I think you're being wonderful as long as you zip it when I'm talking. That's okay.
So am I allowed to talk at all?
All you want. You can talk all you want.
Can you give me? You said you were going to let me talk after monologuing for like 10 minutes, and then you cut me off after I talked for 15 seconds. Are you going to let me
ask you one question?
All I want to do is
set up an expectation for you. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Here's your expectation. Do you actually think you're in a debate right now?
I'm having a conversation with you.
All right. So you understand that this is a STEM live. You understand what STEM means, right?
Oh my gosh. Like why do we have to go through questions like this?
I'm just saying you understand what STEM education is. Just say yes or no. I'm not going to correct you. Yep. So this is a STEM live. This is not a debate. We're not here to debate. We're here to give the best critical evidence of the science that we currently have, which of course is going to change over the next few years.
Do you have a single long-term study on transitioning children?
You're doing it again.
Do you have a single study on it?
I am going to actually give you 5 seconds to shut up.
You don't have a study on it.
Or I have a lot. 3, 2, pause yourself, mute yourself. Thank you. So with long-term use of Lupron Depot, it can actually cause loss of bone mineral density. That is true. But by and large, and think of that word because that's the key word here, by and large, we're not seeing that. We're just not seeing that. Now, we can take a few case studies that were publicly known and wildly known, that of Jazz Jennings, perhaps. Let's use that. Jazz went to my surgeon first, and my surgeon said, you're too young to get surgery. You haven't had enough human growth hormone, and you've not developed enough, so you need to give yourself another year or two. And they were like, no, that ain't happening. So they went to New York, and the surgeons there performed the surgery, and we were all upset about it. And what happened? They ended up having to have 4 revisions. Now, even with the 4 revisions, my friend, they are still thriving as an individual. They are experiencing what you take for granted, which is called gender euphoria. That's an amazing thing for anybody that's trans. And you don't understand that because you're not trans, right? So the thing is that if I give you evidence, right, and you're seeing evidence as I do this, because I don't want you to trust me, I want you to fact check me.
But whenever I ask a question, you tell me to shut up.
Well, because you interrupt me in the middle of my sentence, just like you just did.
Okay, so why are you pharmacologically castrating, surgically mutilating kids?
See, all right, let's talk about that for a minute with your delusional ideology. You ready? Do you want to know?
May I, Amber, please? May I?
In a quick hot minute, just please give me the luxury of having one.
Yes, ma'am.
So the first time that M word, I don't want to say the word, but the M word comes up is about 48 hours after the birth of a male, because you know damn well that 97% of circumcisions are completely unnecessary. You can laugh all you want, but you already know that I got you on that one.
What?
And that is when the first form of the M word happens, because you're literally cutting away millions of different nerve endings that actually have been shown in studies to increase the big O in those.
But I'm not talking about circumcision.
You got to stop for a minute, because
I'm not talking about circumcision. We're talking about
Are you a Bible
gender
fearing
surgery.
man? Yes or no?
Say again.
Are you a Bible fearing man?
Now we're talking about religion. Can we just talk about?
No,
I thought this was a STEM topic.
I am trying to be very courteous to you.
But we're talking about STEM, right? You said this is a STEM educational life. So why are we talking about God?
Yes, because you're cherry picking your science just like you do your Bible.
What do you mean? I'm not talking about circumcision. I'm asking you why we're doing gender reassignment surgery on children.
You brought up the M word. You brought
gender
up
reassignment surgery on children. Why are we doing it?
Slick. You're going to lose.
Why are we doing
every
it?
time and
Can you
twice
give me
on Sunday.
one good reason?
You're going to lose this and twice on Sunday while you're in church. Okay, so listen up very carefully. You're the one that brought up the M word. So if you said the M word, I came back and I told you when the first M word actually happens. That is a form of gender affirming surgery. Is it not? Of course it is. So when doctors do that, we already know in the medical sciences, and I say we collectively,
be less childish,
because 97% of them are completely and utterly unfucking necessary, and that's why we are slowly.
The topic you want to talk about?
We are
gender affirming care.
All right, fuck you. You're out of here. You keep on cutting me off. I'm just so fucking done with you cutting me off. You can't shut up for a hot minute. Bye. Good night. Please escort him out the back door permanently, please. He's not going to win here.
Hello, my name is Looper, and I am a woman.
Hi, Looper. Is your last name Pooper, by the way? Because I love Looper.
No, I'm 100% a woman.
You're 100% Looper Pooper? Is that
No,
is that
a woman, 100%. Yeah.
You're a what?
A woman. I'm a 100%.
You're wounded? Were you in war when you got wounded?
A woman.
You got wounded by a woman?
No, I'm a woman, 100%.
What war were you in when you got wounded?
I'm a 100%. A woman.
You got 100% wounded and you're still talking? That's awesome. How long did it take to recover from your wound?
Got wounded when I was 6.
When
I'm gonna drop.
And then I found out that I can no longer be wounded. So I became a woman.
Yeah, what war was that? Was that the War of 1812? I don't remember. Hello?
Sorry,